So, hey, YouTube. Just went live on Twitch, and it's time for us to do a recap of where we are right now. We are in Kaldheim, and we have 4 survivors. And those 4 survivors are right here. They just came back from a hunt. Will is pretty okay. Pretty okay. Doesn't have a weapon specialties because we barely have weapons. He is indecisive. He's prey, and he's traumatized. He's also deaf. But he can go out on the next hunt. Dawn was disemboweled, so she has to skip the next hunt. She got better. She also has PTSD, so even if she wasn't disemboweled, she would have to skip the next hunt. Luckily, she will heal from the PTSD after this time. She also doesn't have a proficiency. She did have a sword, though. I think she just leveled up. Rowan does not have to skip the next hunt, so that's great. She has nothing going on. She had a sword. She's got no real special abilities. Dante also has to skip the next hunt because Dawn, who was disemboweled and therefore skipping the next hunt, and had PTSD and so was also skipping the next hunt, came back and had rivalry with Dante. They got into a fight, resulting in both of them missing the next hunt. So she's triply missing the next hunt. But I do not believe it stacks. So she is just missing the next one. But Dante is also missing the next hunt. So we have 2 people. We have 2 people who can go out and try to keep hunting. And 2 people with the gear we have maybe could take out a level 1 white lion, but I'd prefer not to. So we have to make babies. And of course, making babies is dangerous. The settlement may die right here, right now. But our goal is to get 2 babies. Now, as you know, we've been rolling on the augury table to make babies, which means we have to roll a d10 and get an 8 or higher. However, on her way back, Dawn became a matchmaker. She can spend a survival once, if she's a returning survivor, which she is this year, to do intimacy. We have a guaranteed chance at a baby. And you know who she's going to matchmake? She's going to matchmake herself and her rival Dante. And they're going to try to make a baby. She has to spend an endeavor, and we're going to go straight to the intimacy table. Because of survival of the fittest, we have to roll 2, and we take the lowest. The lowest is a 3, which would have the female die. So that would be Dawn. Dawn has a reroll left. Dante has a reroll left, and Will has a reroll left. So we do have 3 rerolls. So we could reroll that 3. It's a 1 out of 10 chance we end up in a 1, which would have them both die, which would not be great. We could just have her die. No, I always forget this. The child dies too. No, we have to reroll it. I always think the child survives. The child does not survive. So she will use her reroll on this 3. Miss anything? Nope, just the recap. So we'll reroll this 3, and we're looking for a 4 or higher. 7. We got a baby. Male and female share a deep bond after that rivalry, and they gain 10 survival each. So, new baby. Shoot your names into chat. Plus 10 survival. Our current limit is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't you have to use the 5? Oh, yeah, I guess I have to use the 5, don't I? Actually, I don't think you do. We rolled the 2, and we kept the lowest one, and then we re-roll a single result. That's actually, a very good question. The question being, are we re-rolling the result that we kept? Survival of the fittest re-rolls. Intimacy. I need that. Intimacy rerolls. Unless anybody in chat happens to absolutely know. Assume against the players, it's KDM. When rolling intimacy, how do you do rerolls? The majority of people roll both dice and then re-roll one die. Yeah. A lot of debate. See, a lot of debate on it and no actual answers. Why was your Twitter account up? Because I think you were the last one to do something with my Twitter account. Surely this exact question. Reroll and intimacy. You use one reroll to reroll one die, not both. You can choose one die to reroll, then you still take the lowest of the two results. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I do think we still keep the lowest of the results. So we keep the 5. So they don't get 10 survival. He was at 1, right? She was at 0. So 5 is just no survival, but we still get the bonus person. Let's do this one female. So we got the 1 baby. Now we have to do augury to actually get the second one. Hey, Orcish, how's it going? Why did we just jump up to 6? Did I already make a new survivor? I must have already made the new survivor. I did. So she gets strength and evasion and understanding. Understanding. Give me names. Give me names in chat. Nissa. There we go. All right. So we got Nissa. So let's pack up. Who's worse? 511, 521. Let's pack up Dante. I mean, we're packing up both of these eventually, but let's pack up Dante. And then let's have Nissa come on in, spawn her. Let's give her. We'll have her be the bow person. That's what we'll do. No names because they're all going to die horribly. Maybe not. So now we have to do augury. So let's do augury. And what do we get off of augury? Survival or understanding? Is anybody about to pop on understanding? No. So let's have Nissa do augury, get her some understanding. Actually, she gets a survival for being named as well. So Nissa does augury. Oh, it almost went to the 10. She gets a survival. Good for her. There you go. Nissa, do it again. A 1. We lose a resource and we get an understanding. Let's get rid of the broken lantern. We're going to have no use for that. Nissa, do augury again. 8. We get intimacy. Dawn and Dante are going to do it again. We have to reroll the 1, otherwise they both die. But we got a 9 over there. So who can use their reroll? I think Dante still had one, right? Dante still has a reroll. It's not awful if they both die, because they're not going out, but we'd prefer them to not. So we reroll that die. Oh. All right, the mother dies and the kid dies and the male. So Dante gets 3 insanity and a disorder. All right, so Dawn's out. Goodbye to her. And then we need Dante back for a moment to give him a disorder. Oh, Dante's already here, right. Let's bring Dante back and give him a random disorder. Dante has coprolalia, compulsive tics in the form of sporadic muttering, cursing, whimpering, and screaming. All your gear is noisy. You are always a threat unless you're knocked down. And let's pack him back up. All right. All right. We've got one more endeavor to make a baby here. Nissa. Roll good. No baby. Nissa gets his survival. We are going out hunting with 3 survivors. This is Kingdom Death Monster. This is a XCOM plus Monster Hunter plus brutally hard Dark Souls style game. You're joining us about 8 hours into the campaign. And her settlement is about to die. But hey, we'll see it go out in a blaze of maybe not glory, but a blaze for sure. Yeah, we got 3 survivors, one of which is a newborn. Don't ask how Kingdom Death Monster newborns are immediately able to go out hunting. It just happens that way. Okay, so we need to prepare for a hunt. We have no more endeavors to spend, but we can make some stuff. We are going to make a bow, because a bow is very important right now. So we need a sinew and a bone. So there's our sinew, and there's our bone. And we got the bow on Lantern Year 7 that I wanted to have on Lantern Year 2. And that's why we're not doing well. So we got the bow, and I think we're going to give Nissa the bow. Let's leave that there for the moment. I would like to make the arrow if we can. That just requires a lion claw, and we have a lion claw. So let's get rid of that. Let's get the arrow. Talk about how the arrow works in just a little bit. We don't technically use up arrows while shooting the bow. And then what else do we want here? We have a whole bunch of resources. We could finish off another rawhide set. We could get some we can't really get monster grease back that much. What are whiskers used for? Oh, a spear is a very good idea, yeah. What are whiskers? Whiskers are used in the harp. I don't want a harp. These whiskers are going to become monster grease. Because we need some monster grease after. Did we eat it? Did the monsters eat it? Somebody ate it. Somebody ate all of our grease. So there we go. We got some monster grease made. The spear is what? A claw? Claw and a great cat bone. So claw, great cat bone. What platform? This is Tabletop Simulator on PC. King Spear. So the beauty of King Spear, let me pull this over so you can see it a little bit more. It has reach of 2. We can attack from 2 spaces away. That means that we can be, a step away and stab them. It also means we can attack on the diagonals. PC, yeah, I don't know if Tabletop Simulator is on Mac. I would bet it might be, but I'm currently on PC, yeah. So yeah, the King Spear is great. Again, this would have been amazing to have years ago in this settlement, but we did not have that. It is, you played on Mac, perfect. Did you miss the Butcher Battle? Yeah, the Butcher Battle was the start of the last YouTube video, the one that just went up this morning. We have not had a spear before. We have had nothing but bone blades and this sword that we found in a pile of trash. And some bone darts. We haven't had anything in this settlement, and that's why we've done so poorly. I'm going to finish off. We'll archive this to gain 2 basic hide resources so that we can make 2 pieces of rawhide. We have a headband, vest, and gloves, so we need pants and boots. Yeah, it just went up this morning. Pants and boots. Pants and boots. So now all three of our survivors have full rawhide gear. Should have zoomed out before moving all the way across there. And let's give them rawhide armor. All of this person's. Oh, I guess we didn't need to make that because we have a full rawhide set. Oh, no. We have to push the full rawhide set over to somebody else. And let's get rid of this loincloth. And this loincloth. Boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants and boots and pants. Okay, so Nissa is going to be our bow person. So she's going to have the bow and the arrow. Let's pull out the scrap sword. She probably doesn't need monster grease. So the bow, I guess we haven't looked at this yet. The bow is ranged, just like the bone darts, which means we can use it from 6 spaces away from the monster. It is cumbersome. Cumbersome means that we need to use our movement and our action in order to actually shoot this. So the turn that somebody's going to shoot with the bow and arrow, they need to not move. Aim, I always forget about aim. When you attack before rolling to hit, you may reduce the speed of this weapon by 1 to gain +2 accuracy for the attack. So if you want to roll 1 die instead of 2, you get +2 accuracy. It's a little bit easier to hit, but you're only rolling 1 die instead. The arrow is actually used as a different weapon. You just have to have the bow in your gear in order to use it. It's slow, which means you're always only rolling 1 die. And when you use it, it's done. You only get to use it once per showdown. You get it back at the end, but you only get to use it once. If it hits, the monster gets -1 evasion token. So using this on like the first turn, hitting the monster, giving it -1 evasion, making it easier to hit every single attack from then on is a really nice upside as well. Imagine if we had these way earlier in this campaign. Okay, so Rowan, you have a bone sword right now? Congratulations, you have a scrap sword instead, and we're going to make you a sword specialist. Gonna miss most of the stream because of a wedding that you forgot about? Hopefully it wasn't yours. I know it wasn't yours. But enjoy. So there's Rowan. She is going to be our sword person. And then we'll turn Will into our spear person. We can actually, it's not going to make any difference, but we can actually do some slight reordering here to complete this red square. Unfortunately, we have nothing that gets a bonus for that red square, but we do have it there. And he is of age, so we can say that he is a spear proficiency person. So what are his issues? If he's the event revealer of a hunt, you roll twice and take the low one. Can't spend survival unless he's insane. Forgot about that. That sucks. And traumatized, whenever you end adjacent to the monster, you get knocked down, which is great. He doesn't have to stay adjacent to the monster as long as he has the spear. So this bone blade will go into the resources because we don't have anybody there. So we've got 2 pieces of hide left, and we've got 3 bones. Everybody's got full armor. We need the armor set bonus for them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Anything else we could do with bones and hides? What does the feather count as? Hide, oddly, but yeah, it's hide. Yeah, so we don't need any other weapons or any other armor. We can't make a pickaxe or a sickle or a drum or a, we could make a whip. What does a whip do? It's a weapon, speed of 3, damage of accuracy of 7, damage of 1. And when you wound the monster, you become a priority target. We can make bandages. No organs, so we can't do anything here. And we don't really have any lion resources left. We have a curious hand. What's the hand for? The hand isn't for anything. All right, then. So we don't really have anything to do. The whip isn't half bad for some fights. I could see that pulling. If you have somebody fully shield up, we don't even have the leather worker yet. All right. I think that means we're going to get ready to depart. Any other distance weapons like bow or founder's stone? We've got the bow on Nissa, and we've got the spear, which is not super distance. The spear guy also has bone darts. We're not going to do a level 2 lion with 3 survivors. We're going to do a level 1 and see how that goes, I think. Level 3? Heck nah. Heck nah. All right, so let's depart. So what do we have? What do we have? What do we have? We have +1 survival to everybody, +2 survival to everybody, +3 survival to everybody. So everybody's going to max survival. Oh, we get an endeavor because somebody died in the settlement phase. We get an endeavor thanks to graves. I guess that gives us one more baby making opportunity if we wanted it. Otherwise, we could try to get the halberd. Or we could do the graves thing, which if we hit a 6 or higher, everybody gets +3 armor. Well, not everybody, because Nis is not insane. She's a newborn. The +3 armor is only to one person? Oh, yeah, just to the person who does it. Yep. I guess we could try that for Rowan, since she's going to be getting in there with the sword. Yeah, let's try it for Rowan. Hey, Rowan gets +3 to every gear location this year. She ain't going to take damage. And then everybody's going to be max survival. And then let's get our evasion tokens out. So he gets 1 for the combo here, and he gets 1 for the monster grease. Got to remember his brain trauma bonus for being tough. Rowan gets 1 for the grease, 1 for the vest bonus. And that's it. Is anybody's strength high enough for the halberd? Not really. I think our max is 3. Yeah, our max strength is 3. No monster grease, but does have the vest bonus. All right. I think we're ready to depart and see how the hunt goes. Who knows how deadly the hunt's going to be. Let's get this deck reset. All right, let's go hunt. Yeah, we're just going to go after a level 2 white lion. Because, like, Will can't dash because he can't spend survival at all. Yeah, let's go level 1 hunt, white lion. Hunt. White lion, level 1, begin hunt. Let's see how it goes. Scratching grounds. Claws mark the ground. The survivors may choose to investigate. Everybody does. Gets a courage. Arm location damage is fine for us. Nothing happens. Claw. Yeah, we'll all investigate. We will all investigate. So we all get a courage. Courage. And then I assume this would be an investigate table, right? Hunt a Gorm. I don't have the Gorm in this one. And this is an investigate, so that would be +2. If you are the event revealer of hunt events that call on you to make a roll, so any kind of roll, so he's going to have to roll twice, but we get to add 2. Okay. So let's do Will's. He has to roll twice. So he's got, well, 1's going to be the lowest. So he gets a 3, so he takes an arm damage. And then the other two, so that's a 7, 8, 9, and a 9. So white lion claw. She had whatchamacallit, right? Oh, she didn't have explorer. Never mind. So we have a nothing and a claw. Nothing and a claw. Let's get ourselves a claw. This deck is independent of the white lion resource deck that we will build once the showdown begins. And everybody investigated, so we don't have a random hunt. Prowling lion. The white lion moves one space away from the survivors and starts with ground fighting in play. Remember that for me, please. Random event. 7. Event number 7. Hungry ground. The ground suddenly splits a gaping stone mouth, attempts to devour the event revealer whole. The event revealer rolls 1d10. Who is the event revealer? Red, blue, Nissa. Nissa was the event revealer. Roll a 1d10. 2. That can't be good. Well, it seems like it might be better than a 1. You scramble, but your leg is caught in the terrible maw. Suffer 2 event damage to the legs. If somebody had a whip, she would have rolled a 6 and would have been fine. 2 to the legs. On to the next one. This will be Will's reveal. And we're going to hunt number 6. Yeah, we've got the ranged weapons, so we should be fine, I think. Faceless statue. The survivors come upon a faceless statue holding a shining lantern basking in the warm light. The survivors are renewed. Each survivor gains a survival. We're already at max. If the settlement has sculpture, we do not. The survivors may rest here longer. If they do, each survivor heals all injury levels and lost armor points. However, they lose track of their quarry, move it one space away from the survivors on the hunt board. If a survivor heals more than 5 lost armor points this way, they stare into the shining light too long and get a disorder. If all survivors are insane, they cannot rest longer. This is not insane. Will does something special on hunt rolls, right? On hunt rolls, not on hunt event rolls. So if a hunt event asks you to roll twice. But this hunt event isn't asking us to roll. So yeah, we can rest here, move the lion one space away, and get those armor points back, right? Get that one back. Get those 2 back. White lion moves one space away. That's fine. Next one, lion sculpture. Crudely arranged effigy stands above the survivors, decorated with small metal trinkets, human fingers, and stuffed with dried tall grass. Their quarry's sculpture confounds the survivors. They gaze at the arrangement, attempting to glean the substance of the white lion's bizarre inhuman intelligence. Everybody gets an understanding and an insanity. Understanding, insanity. Understanding, insanity. Understanding, insanity. She gets insight. We get her leveled up a little bit. So this was during the hunt phase. So she gets explore, and she gets to reroll a hunt event, which we're already done the hunt basically. But she does get explore. And then we do random hunt event. And who is this? Red, blue, Nissa, red. So this is Rowan. 22. 22. And yeah, I'll get to Stream Raiders in a second. All right, so Acid Rain. Let's do Stream Raiders. Start the battle. I'm hoping if we survive this, we find some love juice and can at least make a 4th survivor. Can she reroll that 22 if we want? I believe so, yes. Because I think it's reroll a hunt event. So we'll see what Acid Rain is. I assume Acid Rain is probably going to like destroy our gear or something. We did it! Me with the most kills. Miklas with the most assists. 6 gold to everybody. a paladin to ancient sword rage, a buster to crazy mat captain, a barbarian to hazmat medic. Let me get my things. Oh, and I should also mention, as was on the intro screen today, on Monday, I'll be streaming in the Magic Legends pre-release event. Cryptic Studios and Perfect World have invited me to play the game a day early. So we're going to be playing starting at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, playing Magic Legends, a whole lot of it. If you're here, you can win pre-release access as well. I've got 100 codes to give away that'll get you into the game on Monday instead of all those other people who have to wait until Tuesday. So if you want to get a head start, you can be here to win one of those codes. But I'll be streaming this. It goes until, I think, 9 Eastern. I don't think I'll do it the entire night. I'll probably stop for supper at some point. But I'll be here from 2 going on, doing the Magic Legends pre-release event. Thank you very much to Cryptic and Perfect Worlds for the invite to that. I have been very excited about that game. I remember messaging the influencer manager seconds after the announcement of that game at the Game Awards 2019, I think, that I wanted in. All right, acid rain. The darkness above is suddenly alight with a storm of acid rain. It smells terrible, burns flesh. It looks like it says bum's flesh. Does it say bum's flesh? Or is that just really bad kerning? That's really bad kerning. Burns flesh and forms hissing pools in the upturned mouths of the stone faces. All survivors suffer monster-level event damage to every hit location as they scramble to find shelter. If the settlement has sculpture, we do not. Roll a 1d10. On a 6+, the storm moves homeward. Add the acid storm settlement event to the timeline next year. That's a lot of armor damage. Let's re-roll it. That is what it says, right? Reroll 1 hunt event. Yeah. Let's not do acid rain. Let's not do acid rain. Let's do instead 50. The law of mod payment. Well, Sidian, if you do some quick maths, if I have 100 codes, and if you look at my shockingly large average viewership, you might be able to deduce something. Gibbet. What is gibbet? A crude iron cage swings above the branches of a massive tree. As the survivors approach, a man calls out to them from the cage, pleading to be freed. The survivors may pass him by and suffer 1 brain event damage as the prisoner weeps and pleads. If the survivors choose to free him, roll a 1d10. On a 1, we all get 2 brain damage. On a 2 to 7, he's thankful and steals something from us, our lion's claw. On an 8+, we get somebody. We get a +1 population. I'm happy for all of us to take brain damage or maybe lose our lion's claw in exchange for maybe getting a 4th person. They won't be on this hunt, but we might get +1 person. Who is the event revealer here? We had red, blue. That's kind of confusing. I believe Will should be blue and Rowan should be red. So we had Will, Rowan, Nissa, Will, Rowan. So she has no special boosts here. Let's do it. We free the guy. And is that the guy steals something? That is the prisoner is thankful, follows the survivors. When we wake up, everybody loses a resource. We only have that 1 resource, the lion claw. And there it goes. And hey, look at that. We found a lion. No, I need you to not go that far. Thank you. So let's clean up the hunt step. Start a level 1 white lion. It's going to have ground fighting in play. Is ground fighting in the deck? It is not. I guess I should probably look here first rather than looking in the deck. I think it's an advanced card. Yep. so ground fighting is in play. What was the roll? It was a 3. That was a 3. All right, so let's set up the stuff. So remember, we have ground fighting in play, which means the white lion is not going to do anything. It's just going to sit there. If anybody tries to do anything in the zone of death immediately adjacent to it, they get hit first and they get hit hard. Luckily, we have bone darts, we have a king spear, we have bows. That lion's going to get hit by us, and that lion's going to get hit by us hard. So in the grass we start. Our bow person is within range, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. We've got a dead monster and debris. So debris is adjacent to the board edge. So this is how we could get ourselves a scrap sword or get knocked down, which is fine. We're going to go get the debris first because that's just going to be handy for us to have. The dead monster is adjacent to the monster. And we scavenge it. Nothing happens, or we get a random resource, or we get a random monster resource. All right, so we'll go around and we'll harvest stuff before actually shooting this monster. So what I think I'll do is I think I'll shortcut it. Rather than go through these turns, like this guy moves here, and then the next turn, we're going to say that Will ends up here. Nothing bad from these, right? Like no damage. Yeah. So Will goes up to the monster corpse, and Will checks out the monster corpse. Gets a 4, which gives us a random basic resource, and we archive that. We get a monster bone. And then Will's going to go doop, 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 doop over several turns down to the debris pile. Actually, okay, it doesn't matter who gets this scrap sword. I guess it kind of matters because he has no space for it. Sorry, scratch that. Will goes doop, 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 and ends up back here. Rowan goes doop, 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 ends up down here. Does the search for the scrap sword, gets a 7, which is probably just a bone sword. Yep, we get ourselves yet another bone blade. Do we have enough of those yet? And then Rowan's going to go do, 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 do. Now, that probably took 8 turns if we had gone through it. But remember, the lion's not drawing monster cards. Nothing's happening with the lion. We're free to just sort of set up a little bit. And I guess actually we could have Will end up here because she's going to shoot, get rid of ground fighting by wounding it. And then Will is ready to stab. And actually, I guess Rowan should get up there too because she's also stabby stabs. So she's going to end up here. And I guess maybe Will should be behind as well in order to get the stabby stabs from behind. All right. And we can move her over 1. There's our setup. That probably took 15 turns. Who knows? But we're good to go. Do you want the advanced controller or not worry it? Advance the controller. Oh, yeah. I mean, we can not worry about it. We can say the controller ended up here, and then we passed the turn until it just ended up here. All right, so now we're actually ready to begin the game. Thank you, ground fighting. You're not that scary when we have ranged stuff. I guess she could miss, actually, right? She could miss. But if she misses, we just pass the turn. Yeah, if she misses, we just pass the turn. Oh, yeah, he can't end next to the monster. Good point, good point. That's why we gave him the spear. He ends up here. Okay, now we're good to go. It is our turn, and Nissa is going to shoot the beast using the clawhead arrow. So the clawhead arrow is slow, so we only get to roll 1 die here. And it hits on a 6. It fails to hit, and that is our use of the clawhead arrow for this event. So I guess Will can actually attack with the spear as well, since he's not in the range. So Will is going to attack with the spear. So this is a speed of 2. Hits on a 6. Fails to hit. Good job, team. Good job, team. Yeah. So I guess Rowan's just going to pass her turn. Lion's turn. Our turn. Nissa, she's going to shoot with the bow, the actual bow. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7. Double skulls, no damage. Will, your turn. Speed of 2, accuracy of 6. We finally hit the lion once. Will, with his spear, triggers the trap. Perform basic action targeting the attacker. So the lion ends up on top of Rowan, which means she gets knocked down and knocked back 5. Lion comes on in and performs a basic action. Speed of 2, accuracy of 2, 3, 4, 5. So accuracy of 5, double 10s, 2 hits from the lion, doing 1 damage each to the waist and the waist. Boop and boop. Now, is it if he ends his turn? Yeah, when he ends his act, he gets knocked down. Okay, so our turn will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put him over here so he actually still has an attack if the ground fighting gets out of the way. Shuffle the deck. Nissa, shoot the lion. Hits on a 7. Oh, that was the trap from Will's attack. You're correct. You're correct. That was the trap from Will's attack. So Will ends his turn and gets knocked down. Okay. 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 So they both stand up. Yeah, they both stand up. And then Will go over here. And then Rowan will get out of the way. Well, no, Rowan will stay where she was in case she can run up and stab it in the face. Monster draws a card now? Why? It was never wounded. It wasn't wounded. It still has ground fighting. Okay, Nissa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shoot the lion and wound it, please. Thank you. 1 wound. The knee. Shoot an arrow in the knee. Wounds on a 4. Crits on a 10. We wound the lion in its knee. Critically, it gets -1 movement because the knee twists unnaturally and shatters. Get rid of ground fighting. So, I guess we already moved Will, didn't we? We should have actually moved him later. Rowan, let's get this over with and just stab it in the face. Stab it in the face with that scrap sword. Speed of 2, hits on a 5. Good job. Good job. We're so well geared. This should be, even though we have 3 survivors, this should be easy. All right, the lion finally is going to do its first attack here. Finally. I guess we should have been moving this around, eh? It's probably back on him. Not that he can do much. All right, lion's first attack is bat around. Closest threat facing in range. Did somebody have that noisy thing? Oh, that was Dante. And Dante's dead now, right? Closest threat facing in range, well, that happens to be Rowan. Yeah, the survivors really want to die. Speed of 2, accuracy of 5, 6, 7, 8. It's going to be hard to hit. Would you look at that? 2 hits. 1 damage each to the head and the legs. After damage, they're going to suffer brain damage equal to the monster's level. That's not bad. She's got a ludicrous amount of armor, so it's actually fine. So she takes a damage to the head, she takes a damage to the legs, and she takes a brain damage. That's fine. That's fine. With this gear, you think this would be a cake? Yeah, you'd think so. But luck, I used it up all last night in the sweatsuit tournament, apparently. Okay, our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so she's still in range as long as this thing doesn't go running after one of their attacks. Not forgetting anything. Toughness, leader. Not forgetting anything. All right, so we're going to have Rowan get in behind and stab it in the butt with the sword. Speed of 2, accuracy of 3, thanks to the 4, thanks to the bonus. So we hit twice, and we wound on anything but a 1. Wound on anything but a 1, crit on a 10. Neither of these have negatives. Let's go for the ribs first. Wound on anything but a 1. We wound the ribs. If you have 3+ understanding, the sound of the cracking of the ribs is encouraging, and the survivor gets +1 survival. She's already maxed out. And then we go for the main, which we can't wound, but we could maybe rip it off. We don't rip it off. Good job, Rowan. Good job. Good job. Your second settlement has basically been carried by one guy at this point. He's a fist and tooth user with like 5 luck and 8 strength. Monster claw fighting style is great. Okay, Nissa's going to shoot while she's still in range. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7, 1 hit. The beast's chest, wounds on a 4, crits on a 10. We wound it. Failure reaction doesn't happen. That's Nissa's turn. Finally, Will is going to get into a corner here. I want to try pulling the lion back down. But I don't know if it'll quite work. I guess that's a slightly good question that I just had. Adjacent always means orthogonally in this game. Always mean orthogonally. Yeah, this is Tabletop Simulator. Yeah, they've got a great mod. This is the one by Mr. Slack, I believe. Really, really, really handy mod. All right, so Will is going to attack diagonally with the spear here. Which is speed of 2, hits on a 6. 1 hit. All right, all right. We wound the beast's, or we attempt to wound the beast's brow. We wound on a 4, crit on a 10. Good job. Fail to wound. Wound reaction does not happen. And that is the end of this survivor's turn. Pop that monster controller over to blue. You're going to be sad when your fist and tooth specialist dies, ends up being forced to retire. There's one way around that. All right. Lion, what you going to do? Revenge, last survivor to wound. It was not Will. Rowan wounded. So it'll be Rowan. Target. You get an insanity because you're the monster controller. We could like dash away to, or we could dash backwards to force it back towards the grass. She does have a lot of survival. She's got rawhide to re-roll it. So let's do that. Let's dash. See if we keep the survival. On a 6 or higher, we keep the survival. We keep that survival. And she's going to do a move before he moves and targets. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the monster moves. It has just enough movement to get into her. Speed of 2, accuracy of 2, 3, 4, 5. Hits on a 5. 1 miss, 1 hit. So we'll dodge this, but it's going to do 2 damage to the head and then grab her and pull her away, but she's going to dodge. And is this once per turn? Nope, it's just every time you do it. Do we keep the survival point? We do not keep that survival point. not a bad turn. You can see just how useful a lot of the stuff is in this game that we should have had way earlier in this settlement. All right, let's send Rowan behind, even though it does set Nissa up for a potential stomp in here. But we can always have Nissa. Can we have Nissa dash? I think we can. Why didn't we get this stuff earlier? Because year 1, we died. We didn't kill the first real white lion, which means we had no resources. We were basically immediately a year behind. And then it just took us forever to get the actual resources that we needed. We got hit by a plague really early. A lot of bad stuff happened really early in this one. Yeah, we didn't get a claw at all. All right, so Rowan moved behind. She's going to attack with the scrap sword. Speed of 2, accuracy of 4, thanks to the blind spot. 2 hits, perfect hit, giving us +4 strength. So instead of wounding on a 2, we're wounding on a 2. But you know. All right, so she's going to hit the back and the ear. Jumping back sounds bad. Running forward sounds bad. Luckily, it's only a 10% chance of these happening. Let's start with the beast's ear, just because that would cancel the back. So we're going to go for the ear. Wound on anything but a 1. We wound the beast's ear. No crit, though. No crit. No crit. Now we go for the back. Wound on anything but a 1. We wound the back. Perfect. I should also be marking Rowan is a sword master who has wounded with a sword. And I don't think Will has wounded with the spear yet. Yeah, we've lost 10 people to plague, murder, boss wipes, and childbirth. Yep. All right, let's have... I guess Nissa, she can't move. Actually, she could dash as her move. So let's have Nissa dash. And she's got Rawhide. Let's see if we keep the point. We do keep the point. So here's her dash move. She's just going to move a bit out of the way. And then she's going to use her real move and her attack to shoot the bow. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7. 2 hits. The paw and the femur. Let's go for the femur first. Wound on a 4, crit on a 10. We wound the femur. Let's go for the paw. We don't wound the paw. Failure reaction, basic action with +2 damage. So the lion goes, hey, how's it going? How's it going? Speed of 2, accuracy of 4. A miss and a hit. 3 damage to the head. Can't dodge it because she is the attacker. So 3 damage to the head. Boom. Boom. Knock down. Knock down. Settlement didn't die, but yeah, we are trying pretty hard to die. We are trying pretty hard here. You might note we only have 3 survivors on this hunt. Finally, Will's turn. Let's have him come on over and hit from here. Speed of 2, accuracy of 6. 1 hit to the flank. Wound on a 4. Crit on a 10. We crit, we get the wound. The wound reaction doesn't happen because it was a crit, and the white lion is knocked down. And now it's the white lion's turn. It stands up. All right, all right. This lion's going down. This lion's going down pretty easy. Okay, white lion's turn. Final card is Alert. When a survivor moves into a space within the zone of death. Luckily, Will and Nissa both have the ability to attack without moving here. We discard this and do the perfect action. When the monster is knocked down, discard the Alert action. And we don't redraw an AI card. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. Nissa, stand up. End of a settlement is your least favorite part of the game because it's such a slow loss. You can see yourself circling the drain, but you still end up needing to play it out. Yeah, just in case it goes a little bit further, or to see a little bit more of the game, or to try out some new weapons, or to try out some new items. There's always stuff you can learn, right? You can, you can just say, oops, everybody died, and go through the game over process. You don't have to go to 0. It's kind of like XCOM, right? There's a point in XCOM where you're not winning the campaign. And you might have like 5 to 10 hours left. You're not going to win. You just trash your save. Okay, so we've stood up monster controller over to Nissa. Let's have Nissa. Let's have Will start just in case we get like a basic action provoke that pulls the lion kind of away from Nissa's path. So Will, speed of 2, accuracy of 6. 2 hits. Elbow and belly. Let's go for the belly first, since it has no reaction. Wounds on a 4. We wound the belly. And then let's go for the elbow. The elbow. Wound on a 4, crit on a 10. Failed a wound. Oh, we can mark that he did successfully wound with his spear. So the white lion goes full forward, hits Nissa, grabs her. She takes a damage to the body. Body shot. So then I guess Will can move. This is what, 4 away? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he is in the alert zone. So he will not move. And the alert zone ends here. So Rowan can get into the grass. Whoa, how did I end up on the ruler? There we go. Yeah, so Rowan can end up in the grass for her turn. It's kind of like Dwarf Fortress. Dwarf Fortress has those death spirals as well. So next turn, White Lion's attack. Bat around. Closest threat facing in range would not be Nissa. Closest threat in field of view. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be Rowan. Rowan, it's a coming for you. She's in the grass, though. This is going to be super easy for her to dodge. Full moves forward into range of Will, I might add. Speed of 2, accuracy of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Has to hit on a 10. Does not hit. Perfect. Our turn. Will stab the lion from the side and have it run over your sister again. Also, Nissa stands up. Will attacks, hits on a 6. Good job, Will. Good job. Nissa, shoot the lion from behind. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7. Good job. Rowan, stab it in the face. What could go wrong? Accuracy of 5. We get a hit. That could go wrong. We get the trap card. All right, White Lion attacks her with the basic action. Speed of 2, accuracy of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That looks like 1 hit to me, dealing 1 damage to the body. Oh no, her originally 20 points of armor, 25 points of armor that she had, she's good. She's good. And that's everybody's turn. Next turn, White Lion. Oh, right, we're back to ground fighting. Of course. Of course we're back to ground fighting. Yeah, we're back to ground fighting. So Rowan will not be activating anything. So our turn. So Rowan's going to move in behind. It is just activating, right? Yeah, it's just activating. And then Nissa's going to shoot the lion from behind. Luckily, survivors do not break line of sight here. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7. That is 1 hit to the tricep. Alert, though? Oh, yeah, alert, 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 alert. She didn't move. She didn't move. She didn't move. Why is there one person with great armor? You mean like her? Just because the miniatures here are kind of preset. When you actually get the game, These 4 survivors are always the same. They're the starting survivors. But then most of the other survivors, although actually most of these I think are promos, so I think they come that way. But you get like a survivor kit and an armor kit, and you choose the armor you want to put on them. And it has every piece of armor. It has the raw headband, and it has the cat cloak, and all that stuff. And so you decide what survivor you want to build with all those parts. Okay, so Rowan didn't move, and we had Nissa hit the tricep, but we didn't do the wound roll, right? I don't think we did the wound roll. Oh, the stats? Yeah, we had an event where she got +3 to all of her armor locations. So it's not actually her armor, it's a bonus she gets just for this hunt. I don't think we did this wound roll, and nobody's correcting me, so I'm going to say we didn't do the wound roll. Wound on a 4. Hey, crit on a 10. We wound. We knock it down. Or sorry, we don't knock it down, but we get rid of ground fighting. And crit, torn muscle causes agonizing pain. Discard 1 mood currently in play. The white lion is knocked down. That did add to his deck, but that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Good job, Nissa. Let's go do that battle. And then we'll get back and maybe finish this lion off. Because we just need 3 wounds here. We could kill it right now. I was hoping that guy we rescued would actually stay. Most kills is C9 Chris Miklas with the most assists. Open that chest. It's 5 gold to everybody, 10 gold to each throw, 15 to Godo Fredo, 3 rogues to Rolling Rock Dave. Let's go do a skin chest. Pop your units in every 5 minutes, and we'll get back there. Which level are we? In what? Level. Oh, lion? This is level 1 lion. So Nissa's done her attack. Rowan, just get a little... Well, no, we can move you afterwards. Rowan hit. She's going to hit on a 3 because it's knocked down. She gets 1 hit. Beast's tail. Wounds on a something. On a 2. We wound it. No reflex because it's knocked down. Let's get rid of 1 of these mood cards. And then let's have her just a little bit move away. And then Will, you've been awful so far. Please stab the lion. Hits on a 6. 1 wound, 1 hit. Soft belly. Wounds on a 4. Will, you suck so much. Next turn, lion stands up. All right, what's the AI card? It is Alert. All right, so this should be pretty easy. We just have to not move and wound the lion once and we win. Will, I'm going to try you again. Kill the lion. Wound on a 6. Or sorry, hit on a 6. Wound on a 4. Crit on a 10. Hey, Will finally did it and killed the lion. Good job, Will. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I just pulled that to clean up. He killed the lion. There's nothing in the deck. Well done, Will. We're all very, very proud of you. So 1 hunt XP to everybody. Boop. 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 Weapon proficiency. Will. Enjoy that. Rowan. Enjoy that. And Nissa, you're not yet a bow specialist, but you will have this available again. We get ourselves a great cat bone, a white fur, and a golden whiskers. And we get ourselves monster hide, monster organ, this thing, and another monster organ. It's a lot of organs. And now we get to go back to our settlement. We get to go back to our settlement. Look at us not being dead yet. Survivor's return. Let's heal them up. Goodbye to all of her bonus armor. Isn't it 4 each, not 3 each? Did I only get 3 white lion resources? Whiskers. for... Oh yeah, I only drew 3. Boop. We also get sinew. Why do I have 9? Because I got a basic resource from the whatchamacallit. Right. From the debris pile or the dead corpse. Okay, so we healed everybody up. Gain endeavors. Nobody's got any of those endeavor bonuses anymore, right? So we just get the 4 back. Update timeline. So we are on year 8. So we have to do murder this year again. Remember what's his face? Briscoe, the murderer? His spirit lives on. Also, we get to encounter the Bone Witch. Remember the person who experimented with the lanterns and was so badly burned that we exiled them? Might be seeing them again. But before we do those, we do our settlement event card. Is this still the same hunt with Will, Rowan, and Dante? Will, Rowan, and Nissa. Dante had to sit out after his fight. So first settlement card is Elder Council. The elders of the settlement gather. The elders, are very old, very wise survivors. Yeah, she wasn't a witch when she left, but she got really badly burned, and we sent him out. I don't remember exactly who it was. Count the total number of hunt XP from all survivors. We don't have scarification or records or saga, and our hunt XP of all survivors are all returning. It's got to be all survivors, right? With the potential of 100. So we have 4 survivors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Dante adds 1 for 10. Our 8-year-old settlement has 10 XP. Minus 2 endeavors. The elders teach up to 2 survivors with 0 hunt experience. Nobody has 0 hunt experience. We're not experienced because all the elders die every year. Holy moly. All right. So now it's time for these story events. Up first is murder. Someone in the settlement has been murdered. The survivor with the highest hunt XP is the victim. They're dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be Will or Rowan. Will sucks. He's dead. Get out of here, Will. Nobody likes you. Boop. The murderer, the survivor with the highest insanity, was caught in the act. Well, Rowan has 6. Nissa has 1. It was Rowan. Rowan killed Will. Your fanfic is dead. And they're caught in the act, and they're awaiting punishment. What's our society principle? Do we have a set? We don't have a society principle yet. How do we become a society? We had to at some point have 15. Yeah, we had to have 15 population at some point, and that was never going to happen in this run. So we have no society principle. So let's roll our 1d10. 2, the murderer is killed. Boom. We have 2 survivors left. We have Nissa and Dante. Oh, and we're not done. Oh yeah, graveyards. Yeah, graveyards. So we get a couple of endeavors. Yay, we get a couple of endeavors. Time for the Bone Witch. Bone Witch. One day the exile emerged from the darkness. The settlement worried at the sound of her wailing chants. Everyone feared what mystery kept her alive in the darkness all these years. Some could not resist asking. All non-deaf returning survivors, so Nissa, gets +3 insanity? Insanity. Boop, boop, boop. The most insane returning survivor, Nissa, is inexorably drawn to the Bone Witch and must endeavor at the witch camp. Otherwise, during the settlement, any survivor may endeavor at the witch camp if they choose. Nissa, you are endeavoring at the witch camp, which is rolling a 1d10. A 1. I bet that's good. The Bone Witch never forgave her exile. Her burning hatred lit the dark brighter than any lantern. With jagged teeth and gnarled claws, she attacks. You manage to escape, but the wounds she inflicted continue to burn. The group may spend endeavor to save you. Otherwise, you die a miserable, wailing death. Departing survivors are haunted by your terrible death scene. They lose 2 survival and gain 3 insanity. Add the Bone Witch to the timeline. 3 years from the current lantern year. So, I do think we let her die and move on. Because if we don't let her die, there's no chance of making babies because we have no endeavors left. And then it would be Nissa and Dante going out on a fight by themselves. Now we do get 1 endeavor because she dies. All right, Nissa dies. Our 1-year-old survivor dies. Boop. 1 remaining survivor in the settlement. So we get another one of these endeavors. Let's see what Dante can do with his endeavors. He's gonna pull out that axe because I want to see what that axe looks like. Dante, welcome back. Some stuff happened. Let's put you here. Hey, bud. Some stuff happened. You are gonna. What are you gonna do? Do all the settlements take place in the same timeline? Kind of. There are events where it's like you stumble upon the remains of a failed settlement. Dante, I want you to innovate. Let's find ourselves an organ here. There's an organ. Organ, bone, hide. Innovate. 1, 2, 3, 4. Storytelling. We could storytell and try to get the white speaker and see what that is. Yeah, let's do storytelling. And that cost an endeavor. Dante, go tell a story to somebody. 1d10. A 7. All departing survivors get insanity. Well done. Try to pull that halberd out. 1d10, add their strength. 5. I don't think his strength is 7. It's 1. He does not pull the halberd out. All right. Well, let's send him on a hunt and see if we can get him to die on the hunt. Because I want him to die. I don't want to just be like, delete, he's gone. Dante, go hunt a level 2 white lion. Do a level 3 hunt. Well, it doesn't change anything with the hunt, right? It just makes him further away. Up first, we have Sea of Golden Grass. +1 courage. Dante, very courageous. Very courageous. Investigate, roll 8. Let's move the line 1 space forward. Aromatic breeze. Move it forward. Roll. And gloom, despair, and agony. You bet. 41. What are your special things, by the way? You're good on investigating. And all your gear is noisy. Okay. What did we have? 41? Nightmare. The event revealer dreams of the upcoming hunt. The great beast vanishes during their battle and secretly follows them back to the settlement. They helplessly watch as it devours all they know and love. The event revealer gains 1d10 insanity and a -1 evasion token. 7 insanity. He's going insane. And -1 evasion. Also, he would have had +2 evasion coming in. If the settlement has a savior, nope. If no survivor in the settlement or hunting party has a twilight sword, the event revealer envisions a magical version of themselves, wielding the blade and gleefully slaughtering the beast. They awake to find a twilight sword at their side, humming gently against their body. Instinctively, the survivor recognizes the weight of the weapon's curse and the promise of its power. The event revealer gains the twilight sword. They may also select twilight sword as their weapon proficiency and gain 1 weapon proficiency in this weapon. Cool. Yeah, this search thing lets you search up pages. Like you want to go like Showdown, that, or you want to go to the glossary or anything. So he gets the Twilight Sword. Yeah, might as well accept a cursed sword, right? Twilight Sword. Bloop. Look at that sword. Speed of 1. Accuracy. Accuracy is 9 minus the Twilight Sword weapon proficiency, and he has 1. So it's very hard to hit with to start with. Gains devastating 2 when fighting the Watcher. We're not going to get there. Damage, you might notice, of 9, which means it wounds on anything but a 1. It is slow, so you're always only rolling 1 die. It is irreplaceable, which means when you die, it goes away. It's sentient, which means you have to be insane to use this. Cumbersome, you have to move and use your action. And cursed, I actually don't know what cursed is. Interesting. It loses proficient. It loses slow. Huh. Is that like new or Twilight Sword KDM? Oh, yeah, there's like 3 stages of Twilight Sword specialization. Oh yeah, it's on the specialization card here. So I guess you become a specialist when you're on... You become a specialist when you're on 2. Interesting. Interesting. First means you can't give it to anybody else. It's locked. That makes sense. Let's check the glossary here. Cursed. A gear special rule, can't be removed from the gear grid for any reason. If the survivor dies, archive this card. So why does it also need irreplaceable? If you archive it when the survivor dies anyways. Survivor dies, archive it. Okay, so the irreplaceable, I guess, is... Maybe you can somehow remove the curse or something. It loses cumbersome, not slow. Yeah. All right, so we got the Twilight Sword, so that's a cool event. I mostly just want to see some events here before we kill off this settlement. and see if he actually gets there. And I guess maybe we could fight a level 2 white lion with this sword and see what happens. 58. 58. Scent on the wind. A strong wind blows, bringing with it scents of distant places and things. Roll a 1d10. 1. Is it death? The monster catches your scent. It moves 1 space closer. Bloop. And we're going to fight a lion. We're not going to fight a lion. Dante's dead. Dante's dead. Just because, like, we're not doing anything next year. Like, there's no story events that I want to see. There is the King's Man, who I've never fought, and apparently is obnoxious. But yeah, we're going to kill Dante. Dante, you had, I'm not going to say a good run, but you existed, and now you don't. All right, population of 0. Kaldheim has died. Let's turn to the page called Game Over. Game over. Your campaign has ended in death and magnificent hopelessness. The settlement is lost. Lost settlement. Start a new campaign by taking a settlement record sheet and filling a box under the lost settlement section. Annoyingly, the mod doesn't have that. Or if it does, I've never found a spot for marking lost settlements. We can always make a note of it down here, I suppose. But yeah, I've never found a spot in this mod for it. Did we die? Basically, we had 1 survivor left, and then we were like, all right, we're done. For every successive settlement you've lost, you may fill in a box and continue to earn new milestones for your future campaigns. And so actually, this is really annoying because we don't get these right away. There's actually a series of boxes, like there's a series of boxes like your hunt and your courage. And so you check them off until you get to the bolded ones. Let me take a quick look at what the settlement sheet actually looks like. A lot of people do custom settlement sheets, which is kind of cool. Death count. And finding actual Kingdom Death resources sometimes is annoying. Sometimes is annoying. There's a new survivor bonus note on the timeline sheet. Yeah, that's for, this is for like +1 strength, +1 evasion because you have survival of the fittest and stuff. It's not for the settlement tracking. Resource tracker. Well, this one only has like 5 boxes. Why is it so hard to find these sheets? I know the creator is often dickish about having stuff like this available online. He very explicitly does not allow PDFs of the rulebook. Official Settlement Record, version 1.0. Okay, so it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like your 5th, 10th, 15th, and then 19th. Why does it end on 19? And then your 19th one gives you the bonuses. And what are the bonuses again? So on our 5th settlement, for every successful, you may fill in a box and continue to earn new milestone bonuses for your future campaign. So I think you keep these. So on our 5th settlement, our first White Lion story, we get a survivor corpse. On the on the board. 10th settlement and beyond, when the survivors reach the settlement, they find small traces of human life before them. They get a skull, and their survival limit immediately goes up by 1. 3 and above, you have ocular parasites. This new generation of survivors' eyes are better adapted to the darkness. Everybody gets +1 permanent accuracy. However, the first story white lion has grown fat from all the survivors it's eaten. At the start of the showdown, it gains +1 damage and -1 movement. Rainy season, finally, if you do have 19 lost settlements, the weather is extremely temperamental. Add the acid storm settlement event to the timeline, year 3, 7, 13, and 19. This also gives you an option to skip the first story showdown, which I don't think we'll do. I don't think. Because we would lose that +1 strength bonus, which is actually really handy. So you just roll a 1d10, which sets your population. You always get 4 basic resources, 4 white lion resources, and you archive some number of founding stones. So it's not awful, but I like doing the first fight. But yeah, that is the death of Kaldheim. YouTube, we'll be back in just a sec for this next video as we start a new settlement. So hang tight. Hey YouTube, we're back. Kaldheim is dead. Long live our new settlement. We are going to add in the Gorm. The Gorm is an expansion. It is widely considered to be the best expansion, to be the first one to add. It adds a new early level thing to go hunt, as opposed to just always fighting the lion. I have essentially no experience with it, so we'll see how that goes. But we're going to begin a campaign. Here we go. Here's everybody in. We're going to need a name for this settlement, and we are going to need names for these survivors. A male, a female, and a male. Ursula is volunteering for death. You were already named, right? And we just had one of you. So it'll be Ursula 2. We've got Jonathan. And we've got Cassandra. And we've got Randall. Is this Randall Keith from Candlekeep? And settlement name. You like the Roman numeral approach? Fair. The hinterlands. All right. I guess we shouldn't wreck it. We should name the settlement when we get there. Okay. It's time to start a new campaign. Luckily, I don't have to go through much of this. Hey, look at this. We've got Gorment armor set bonus for when we hunt the Gorm. All right, so we are going to fight. So up first, do you like scene shans? So the thing is I don't want to name after viewers unless they offer. Because you're going to die. Your genitals might get mutilated. I have to pair you off and make you have babies. I need you to fully consent to having your name be there. All right, so up first, we're going to have the White Lion do its first attack, and it's going to go after Red so that we get that insanity. Boop. Volunteer as well. Once we get some new survivors, we'll do that for sure. So speed of 2, accuracy of 2, 1 damage. Speed of 2, accuracy of 2. That's going to be 1 damage each to Jonathan's head and legs. Light damage, heavy damage. Jonathan is knocked down. Yeah, from now on, watching the stream will require signing a release form. Bingo. All right, our turn. So, I don't know why I always do the far right person is the one who does the throwing the stone. bonus. So Randall's going to run up here. Randall's going to throw that founding stone, automatically wound the strange hand, spend his survival, and get his strength bonus. Randall is going to perhaps be our fist and tooth person. We'll see. We'll see. Actually think the name Atomic Squirrel is someone else's IP. Fair. So that is Randall's turn. Jonathan isn't going to do anything because he's knocked down. Let's have Ursula. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's have Ursula, I guess, go around this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. And attack from the side with the founding stone. The speed of 2, accuracy of 7. My god, our gear sucks. Our gear being one piece of rock and a loincloth. 1 hit. Ursula hits. I didn't shuffle these decks after taking the top card off. Ursula hits the straining neck. Wound on a 5, crit on a 10. We wound the straining neck, but not a crit. Yeah, we threw the founding stone. Randall no longer has it. So that's Ursula's turn, and then Cassandra. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get on in behind. Nope. Get on in behind. Speed of 2, accuracy of 6, thanks to the blind spot. No hits. Lion's turn. The lion is enraged. This is how we die in the prologue fight. This card is so bad. Yep, this is the prologue fight. We don't even have a settlement yet, and this lion's enraged. So we draw another AI card, and also the white lion has +1 damage until somebody dies or gets dismembered. Power SWAT. Also, this is moved to green. Power SWAT. Closest threat facing in range. Nobody. Closest threat in field of view would be Ursula. Speed of 1. Accuracy of 2. Dealing 2 damage. It hits, dealing 2 damage to Ursula's head. Ursula will dodge, because that would knock her down and be a head roll. So Ursula dodges. 3 damage? Oh, yeah, that is 2 + 1. Yes, that would have been 3 damage. So yeah, we definitely dodged. Well, it wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have mattered if it was 2 or if it was 55. It still would have been heavy damage and 1 roll. But Ursula dodged. Jonathan stands up. Let's get Ursula out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And have Ursula founding stone here. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7. No hits. Good try. Let's have Jonathan hit from the side. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7. 1 hit to the paw. Wound on a 5, crit on a 10. We wound. No failure reaction. Let's have Cassandra get in behind. Speed of 2, accuracy of 6, thanks to the blind spot. 1 hit. The temple. Wound on a 5, crit on a 10. What do you think? What do you think Tabletop Simulator is going to tell us that is? It's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10. We crit. We crit the temple. So wound. The blow wallops the white lion's head, causing shockwaves of blinding pain. Whenever the white lion draws an AI card, roll a 1d10. If the result is 1 or 2, discard the card and end the monster's turn. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All right, just before we do Randall's turn, let's go do the battle. Yeah, that's a great persistent injury. It's like the move one, but the move one's on a 1, right? I think there's another similar one that's just on a 1. Yeah, I think we might survive this. There's only, what, like 3 cards left in the deck? I would prefer if all 4 survive, but the only one you like the more is the one where he steps on his organs and injures himself every turn. Yeah, yeah. We win! Me with the most kills, Asian Princess XOXO with the most assists. Open that chest. 5 gold to everybody. 3 archers to Zomboy Manager. 10 gold to AGL Zaka. Let's continue the battles. Here. Pop your units in every 5 minutes. We'll get back to that in a bit. Causes a wound on 1. Yeah. Yeah, the ones where they can just die on the spot is great too. Randall comes in from behind, fist and tooth. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7, thanks to the blind spot. 1 hit to the beast's flank. Gonna bite the beast's side. Wound on a 5, crit on a 9. Ooh, no dice, but no wound reaction. And that is our turn. Let's pop this on over. Oh, Ursula got targeted and did not get her insanity. The White Lion's last card is Terrifying Roar. God dang it. All non-deaf survivors roll a 1d10. If it's 2 or higher, they get brain damage and knocked back 6. So let's just do red, green, blue, white. So everybody except Randall gets knocked back 6 and takes a brain damage. Oops. Boom, boom, and boom. And then basic action on the furthest target, which would be her. So he gets knocked over because he got ran over. And Cassandra. Basic action. Does the creator of this game understand that you don't send level 1 characters up against level 20 monsters? Nope. All right, so speed of 2, accuracy of 2, 1 damage. 2 hits, dealing 1 damage each to the head and the body. Head, body, knocked down. Okay, well. Ursula. Head up here-ish, I guess. Jonathan, head up here-ish, I guess. Oh, yep. Yep. You got me. That would be 3 damage to these spots. So she'll dodge the head damage. And she'll take the body damage, and we have to do the body roll. Body roll. Collapsed lung. You can't catch breath. Gain -1 movement token. Gain a bleeding token. Bleeding, -1 movement. Bleeding. Is this permanent? It's collapsed lung, right? Doesn't look like it's permanent. Movement, -1. Oh yeah, I guess they always say it's permanent if there's like a card for it. All right. So yeah, so Ursula moved, Jonathan moved, Randall can't do anything, she can't do anything. That's our turn. Next turn. Shuffle this deck. Let's not get Terrifying Roar. So what happens here? We draw the AI card, Claw, and then we roll the 1d10. Oh yeah, it specifically says tokens, right? I use tokens improperly a lot. Okay, so it does not do whatever that is. So Claw, closest threat, facing, no. Closest threat, field of view. 1, 2. Yeah, so that's going to be Ursula again. Collapsed lung means losing your breath. Kind of. Collapsed lung's a little bit more dangerous than that, but yeah. Speed of 2, accuracy of 2. So that's 2 hits, dealing 2 damage to her waist and legs. Waist, legs, knocked over. Cassandra stands up. Randall stands up. Let's have Randall come in behind and try to bite the lion. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7. Good job. Let's have Cassandra come in behind. Founding stone, speed of 2, accuracy of 6. Good job. And let's have Jonathan come in the side. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7. Perfect. Next turn. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. So once again, we have to hope that it's not the terrifying roar. You'd say almost just throw the stones at this point. Yeah, but we can't end up not having weapons again. I'm super not a fan of throwing these stones all willy-nilly. Terrifying roar. All right. Left to right. Cassandra doesn't get hit. Everybody else takes brain damage. Brain damage. Brain damage. Brain damage. Knockback 6. Knockback 6. Knockback 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, knockback 6. And then furthest survivor in range is either of them. So we get to choose. We're going to have him not bowl Cassandra over and go here. Speed of 2, accuracy of 2. 2 hits, dealing 2 damage to body and legs. Body, and we'll have him dodge the leg so he doesn't have to do a roll. And Ursula stands up. And nobody can get in. Because the stones wouldn't even finish it, because we need 4 wounds. So we'll have Ursula sneak on in, Cassandra head on in, and Randall get closer. Next turn. Power SWAT, closest threat facing in range. No, closest threat in field of view. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that would be blue. She has no survival. That's unfortunate. No grass in this encounter? Nope, not in the prologue one. Speed of 1. Accuracy of 2. Hits. Dealing 3 damage to the body. So she has to do a body roll. Bowled over. She gets knocked down. She'll get up again. And then after damage, knockback 6. So when did Jonathan get knocked down? Well, he didn't get knocked down this turn, so it must be his time to stand up. All right, Jonathan's going to get unbitten behind and fight. Speed of 2, accuracy of 6. 1 hit. It's the heal. Wound on a 5, crit on a 10. That's a 1. Ursula, get in on the side. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7. 1 hit. The tail, with a reflex of run fast and forward. Wound on a 5, crit on a 10. What do you think that's going to tell us it is? That's a 6. That's going to be a 6. It's a 2. It's a 2. No wound and whamp. Randall can get on in behind, and Randall's going to roll. Speed of 2, accuracy of 7. 2 hits. 2 hit Randall is what they call him. Beast's knee, wounds on a 5, crits on a 9. We wound the knee. And Beast's Brow, we don't wound. All right. Lion's turn. So now we could, I guess we could throw 2 more stones and get rid of these wounds. We don't get to throw a stone to kill it, though, because there's, or no, we do if there's, right, yeah, we still would. But again, it's so frigging dangerous. Remember to, yeah, we'll roll the wound thing. It's so dangerous to go in having no weapons after your founding stones. Your founding stones are very valuable. All right, Lion. Claw. Give me a 1 or a 2. That's a 5. Closest threat facing in range, no. Closest threat in field of view. Is it in range? Closest threat in field of view would be Ursula. And the shortest distance actually doesn't bowl Randall over, so that's good. Hyper aggressive with your stones, get what you're saying, but you find aggressive is really good at times. I can imagine that, but you saw the last settlement. There's too many times where not having those weapons is brutal. Yeah, so this is targeting Ursula. Also, this is moved over. Speed of 2, accuracy of 2. And 2 damage each. This might be Ursula's time to die. Ooh, only 1 hit. 2 damage to the head. Boop. Knocked over. Damage roll. 7. Blind. Lose an eye. -1 permanent accuracy. Survivor with 2 blind severe injuries gets -4 permanent accuracy and retires, and a bleeding token. I need the card. Boop. Blind old Ursula. All right, Cassandra stands up. How often would blind happen, though? Not twice in one fight, right? Yep, nope, never. Never would happen. Never, ever would happen. Impossible for that to happen. There's not video evidence of that happening. Sure isn't. So we've got 2 cards. Just have Jonathan come in behind. Speed of 2, accuracy of 6. 1 hit. Femur. Wound on a 5, crit on a 10. Wound on a 5. So he's down to just the claw. Let's have Randall come in. And if Randall can wound, then Cassandra can throw her stone. And we'll hit the trap card probably. So Randall hits on a 7. Although we could just get 2 wounds here, eh? Not on the main, we can't. Well, let's go on the main first. Hey, we critically wound the main. Gain the Shimmering Mane White Lion resource. If the attacker is insane, he's not. But we do get the main. Bonus resources are great. And then Beast's Scapular Deltoid. Wounds on a 5, crits on a 9. We wound it, so we didn't fail, so that's good. And now Cassandra, she's going to throw her stone. Boop. We crit the gut. The White Lion vomits all over you. It feels awesome. Gain 1 random basic resource and 3 insanity. How does it vomit on her from so far away? Don't worry about it. We get a monster hide. That is a dead monster. We came out of it with Ursula partially blind. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. All right. So everybody gets a hunt XP. Boop. Boop. A boop. A boop. We did not die. We didn't die at all. We get 4 White Lion resources, and they'd better be the good ones. Sinew. Fur. Eye. Whiskers. No claw. We got bow and arrows coming. Well, we have bow. The arrow will have to come later. 4 random basic resources. Monster bone, monster hide, monster organ, monster hide. Was that 4? That was 4. And none of those white lion ones had stuff written, right? Oh, we do have 2 bonus hides off the main. That's actually really handy. We can probably get pretty dang close to a full rawhide suit. All right, so off to the settlement we go. Set up. We need to name the settlement, and we were going to name it Hinterlands. Because then our survivors could be the who's who of the Hinterlands. The Hinterlands who's who's. Are any of you Canadian right now? I don't think any. Oh, Allie's Canadian. Allie's Canadian. Okay, so that has been set up. Survivors return. Let's heal them. I can't do the theme. So let's set up. Gain endeavors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Update the timeline. Lantern year 1. Oh, right. We've got the Gorm. Kind of miss those now. Wonder if they're on YouTube somewhere. They're definitely on YouTube, or they're on the National Film Board's website. The National Film Board has a crap ton of stuff, like the Log Driver's Waltz. So settlement card, it is the first year. So we do the first days. The first day settlement, survivors wander. They find the lantern horde. We roll a 1d10 to find out how many survivors we start with. 9. We start with 10 unnamed returning survivors, or plus returning survivors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. And then we go back to the returning survivors story. So let's delete that card. Timeline, returning survivors. First words, the nominated survivor steps forward and gains +1 courage. We're going to nominate Ursula rather than send somebody who's blind out again. So you get a courage, and I believe you also get an understanding pretty soon. +1 courage, we get language. Language is your first innovation. It will spark the creation of the innovation deck. Oh, everybody gets a survival for us naming the settlement. Yeah, if we do make a baby, we get our society principle. Build the innovation deck. It is built, and then Ursula is going to sit in front of the lantern horde, staring at it, gets an understanding, and has to skip the next hunt. Okay, so that is that one. I have forgotten if the language survival limit puts us up to 2 or not. Do we inherently start with 1, right? Yeah, we inherently start with 1, so the language puts us up to 2. Oop. But now, because we have the Gorm, we have another event, the approaching storm. The settlement's weather takes a turn for the worse. A light appears on the horizon. From its origin, rolling masses of storm clouds approach the settlement, soaking everything in perpetual sheets of stale-smelling rain. Sudden flash floods, burning winds, and periods of strobing lightning continuously plague the settlement, leaving the survivors in epileptic fits. You may now hunt the Gorm. The Gorm. Add Gorm climate to the next lantern year on the timeline. It's every year? Jesus, why? Nominate a survivor. They gain +1 insanity, and they brave the storm. What happens on braving the storm? We might end up with absent seizures, or we might go blind but go fast, or our survivors get a survival. I'm going to nominate a random person. So who volunteers? Be aware if something bad happens to you, you may not end up going out for a fight. I guess also the other issue is we can't always just have volunteers because I do have a significantly more male viewership and we do need even males and females. Mobile Jam Fran. Mobile Jam Fran. That's always how I've broken it up with capitals here. I assume that's vaguely it. All right, Mobile Jam Fran gets a survival and is going to go brave the storm. So they also get an insanity. Brave the storm, 1d10. A 1. A 1. Jamfran's a nickname. The nominated survivor braces themselves against the wind, struggling against the storm. A sudden bolt of blazing green lightning strikes them down. They gain the absent seizures disorder. So let's momentarily spawn Jamfran here. Disorder? Absent seizures. What do these do? No one knows where your mind goes when you're gone, not even you. The first time you would suffer a brain trauma each showdown, you are instead knocked down and forget a fighting art. That's not bad early. It definitely gets worse. And maybe you could go out for a fight here, actually. You don't have any fighting arts yet. All right, so that's the Gorm climate done. That is the Gorm climate done. That's everything done for this year. So now, milestones. We don't have any milestones just yet. Let's get our goodies. Oh, we don't have the Caterium yet, do we? You get the Caterium when you kill the first. Oh yeah, and we can encourage. You don't get the Caterium until the first real lion, right? Yeah, the first time the white lion is defeated at the Caterium. So we don't have it yet. So we can't get the bow. So we are saving that. And we are saving the eye for sure. But these could go into monster grease. We can make bone darts. And then we can make a hide. So unfortunately, here we are in this situation where we're going to have 2 people going in with fist and teeth. That is 6 hides. Yeah, that is 6 hides. That's why you always recommend fighting the white lion again right away in order to get the Caterium. That makes sense. That makes sense. So yeah, I guess we probably won't be fighting the Gorm in this video, but we'll be fighting the Gorm next week. All right, so I'm going to make a full rawhide set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we have to make that first, don't we? So we have to spend a settlement to make the skinnery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's reset that deck. And let's give it to Randall, who's going to be our fist and tooth person. Yeah, old two-hit Randall. So we could innovate, but then we wouldn't even have bone darts. So we're not innovating here because we're going to make bone darts in case of ground fighting. So we need to spend an endeavor to make the bone smith. You can't innovate first year? Really? Language counts as your innovation? Really? Board Game Geek forum is saying that you can only innovate once per lantern year, but there is no limit to the number of innovations you can gain in a lantern year. Yeah, innovate is the act of spending an endeavor token and drawing cards. Just getting an innovation is not innovate. Because you could probably get an innovation from like settlement events. You can definitely get ammonia from the hunt event. But yeah, we can't innovate anyways because we desperately need the bone darts. I would have really liked a bone sword as well, but we need the bone darts. And we'll give the bone darts to Cassandra. And then we've got 2 organs that we can turn into monster grease. So that's going to need the organ grinder. Let's get some monster grease. And we'll give that to Randall. He's going to be our hero. And monster grease to somebody else who's going to be getting in regularly. Because she's going to be our bone dart, so she's just going to hang back, and they'll be getting in with the founding stone. So I guess actually we have the weapons we need. We're not that much more behind. Usually they say gain the X innovation, but I thought language itself said innovate language. Oh, I don't want first story. I want returning survivors. No, your settlement gains the language innovation. Yeah, because I think it even explains. Yeah, because this is like the tutorial section. Spent 3 endeavors. If the settlement has a remaining endeavor, the players choose how to spend it. They could augury. They can also spend the remaining endeavor and their 3 resources to innovate. Yeah, it explicitly says it in the tutorial. But yeah, I think we're going to augury to see if we can get a birth. We'll have to lose our fur if we roll a 1 to 3, though. Well, let's go for a birth. Because I really want the survival of the fittest. I want them stat boosts. Randall, you're going to do the augury roll. Give me a die. Augury roll. It's a 4. Gets a survival. Well done. All right. So it is time for us to depart. So let's get ready for departing. Randall here is going to get a pair of evasion +1 for this for this hunt because he's got the vest bonus and he's got the monster grease. +1 survival, +1 survival. He's already at max survival. That is Randall done. Nothing for you. You get an evasion. We got to remember that fighting arts may not stick around. And nothing for you. Boy, this feels not fun. We all have encourage. Let's pop the encourage in. Work time sounds good. Have a good night. All right, and we're going to go hunt the white lion, level 1. White lion, level 1, begin hunt. And then we're going to take a quick break. So YouTube, I'll be back in just a little bit for you. Hi, we're hunting this white lion. We found some marked territory. The white lion has marked this area. If any survivor has 3+ understanding, nope. I would have loved that free ammonia though. Random hunt event. 34. 34. Crippling misery. Each survivor rolls a 1d10. Six, 7, 3, 8. The lowest scoring survivor becomes a straggler. If any survivor has the anxiety disorder, nope. So lowest was green? No, blue. So Cassandra is our straggler here. The straggler is lost in a moment of profound self-doubt. They slip, not having the will to catch themselves, and tumble off a steep hill of stone faces. They land awkwardly with a crunch, suffering the broken leg severe injury. Sobbing to themselves, they come to grip with just how terrible their life is, and gain +1 understanding. She gained some understanding at a broken leg. What's that do? -1 permanent movement. Okay. It's not like we're running around a whole lot. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. If the straggler has the binge eating disorder, they wipe away their tears and reach out to a nearby critter, instinctually cramming it into their mouth for comfort. We do not randomly eat something because we don't have the binge eating disorder. Yeah, broken leg's not too bad. On we go, lion in heat. The darkness is filled with unearthly screeching and yowling. Huddled together, the survivors close their eyes but cannot sleep. All survivors suffer 1 brain event damage. Now, brain event damage doesn't fill boxes, or just doesn't do trauma, like rolls. Event damage. Will cause light and heavy injuries. Will cause light and heavy injuries. So boop, 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 boop. Yeah, just no rolls. All right, no event though. On to the random event. 30. Number 30. Rotten faces. The stone faces start to give under the survivor's feet. They are bloated and smell terrible. Every survivor rolls a 1d10. Boy. Everybody's getting it. 4, 2, 2, 3. Those are all pretty low. 4, 2, 2, 3 is all of these. Mired, you struggle to break free. Roll again on this table or spend 1 survival to escape. Your foot gets stuck and you quickly begin to sink. If you had leg armor, it is lost in the muck. Spend 3 survival or archive this gear. So it's pretty unlikely. Like, we have 1 person who might lose leg armor, which would suck. But that's not awful. Yeah, everybody's going to reroll. 5299. So no 10s, but these 2 are done. Let's reroll red green. Red's done. And 7 was the lower limit of being done, right? Oh, 6 was the lower limit of being done. Cool. We all get out without incident. Definitely without incident. No incidents occurred there. It was totally fine and normal that we were stuck in the mud for a while. Time to fight the white lion. I am so excited to paint the white lion. And I'm going to paint it to look basically like this one. Very white, a lot of shadowing, bloody mouth, probably glowing-ish red eyes. Should be fun. Should be fun. All right, let's clean up the hunt. And let's go fight a white lion, shall we? I'm almost sad it doesn't have ground fighting. Almost sad. Could have run around harvesting stuff. Let's set up the grass the way I like it. Mobile Jamfran. Paging Mobile Jamfran. This is Mobile Jamfran. Make the mane a mix of white and gold. It's not a bad idea. The Phoenix is the one that I'm terrified of painting. There's some really nice paint jobs of it, though. Popping in to say have a good stream. Working 6 to 6 tomorrow. Sounds good. Have a good night. All right, what do we got? We've got a Survivor Corpse and a Bug Patch. So Survivor Corpse is Insanity, Insanity, or Insanity. Possibly also Basic Resource or a Skull. Bug Patch is a whole lot of brain damage, nothing, a resource, or a vermin. So we're not terribly going after the Bug Patch, but if we get there, cool. Survivor Corpse, I wouldn't mind getting to. It does have to be 6 spaces away from all other terrain. Right there. Building the Phoenix would be the real trouble. Yeah, gluing on every single one of those human hands that are in its wings. There is a lot of pieces to the Phoenix. The Bug Patch is almost always a vermin. It's not almost always. Oh, yeah, it is. Sorry. I didn't realize the top end was 4. It is almost always a vermin. All right. It's time to fight. It's time to fight. Let's see if we can get through the first real white lion without some sort of horrible full party wipe. Also, I need to give Rawhide set bonus to Randall. Randall Keith from Candlekeep. All right, let's go. First card is Revenge. Last survivor to wound. Nope. Closest threat in field of view. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. It's always set up so that everybody is equidistant apart. So let's have him go after... I don't exactly want him to go after Randall, but Randall's got the most evasion. He's got all that stuff. What's the after damage thing? Grabbing and pulling him away. He's probably still got the most survival. So let's send him over after Randall. So speed of 2, accuracy of 2, 4, 6. So yeah, hits on a 6. Hopefully we just get 1 hit and we can dodge it. 1 hit and we'll dodge it, almost guaranteed. So that's 2 damage to the head and we'll just dodge that. So dodge, spend the survival. We've got the Rawhide bonus, so we get to see if we keep the survival. On a 1, we certainly do not. We needed a 6 or higher. All right. All right. All right. Randall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get out of the way and bite him from the side. Speed of 2, accuracy of... I closed the battle UI. 8, I think. 8. A 1 and a 2. How's the first real hunt going? We just started. Cassandra. Oh yeah, you're the bone darts person. Let's have Cassandra move over like 1 and bone darts here. Speed of 1, hits on a 7. Nope. Mobile Jamfran. Get on in behind. Brain trauma. Brain trauma. Mobile Jamfran going to stab with that Founding Stone. Hits on a 6. 2 hits. 2 hits from Mobile Jamfran. The fuzzy groin and the beast's flank. Let's go with the fuzzy groin. Wound on a 7, crit on a 10. Nope. Wound on a 7, crit on a 10. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jonathan gets in behind. Tries to stab this lion. Wounds on a 6. Hits on a 6. 1 hit. Is that a 7? That's a 7. 1 hit. The beast's back. Wounds on a 7, crits on a 10. Hey, we wound the beast's back. And no failure reaction. We did it. I think the dice might be defective. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. All right, that's our turn. Off to green. Grasp, closest knocked down survivor. Nope. Closest survivor in range is almost everybody, not Cassandra. Speed of 1, accuracy of 2. If it's a speed of 1, let's have it go after Randall again, because he can just dodge and maybe get that survival back. So speed of 1, accuracy of 4. Accuracy of 4. Is it field of view? It's not field of view. It's closest survivor in range. Hey, it doesn't even hit him. Doesn't even have to dodge. So Randall can't easily get out of the way here. But we'll start with Cassandra disengaging a little bit and bone darting again. Speed of 1, accuracy of 7. A 1. Randall's going to come on him beside. And we're going to try to keep him in the grass as the primary target now. Speed of 2, accuracy of 8. 1 hit. He bites the straining neck. Wound on a 7, crit on a 9. Nope. Jonathan, get on in behind. Whoops. Whoops. Speed of 2, accuracy of 6. We get 1 hit. The 1 hit is the beast's maw. 1 hit, I rolled 2d6s. Did I roll 2d6s? Didn't I just roll the 1? Don't understand. Beast's maw. Wound on a 7, crit on a 10. Do not wound. We fail. Yeah, I know I only got 1 hit. Well, I rolled 2 dice to see if I got the hits, and then I'm confused. We failed. I rolled 2 to hit, and I got a 6 and a 9. Right. And it was an accuracy of 8. So we got 1 hit. And then I rolled 1 die, right? Oh, you thought I got 2 hits. Yeah, I got the 1 hit. So the monster roars triumphantly. Roll 1d10. On a 4+, the attacker suffers brain damage and is knocked down. Who was this attack from? Jonathan. Knocked down and a brain damage. Hey, it's brain trauma time. 10, frenzy. Gain 1d5 insanity. 2. Get a speed and a strength. This is actually really good. Really good. Ignore slow, not applicable, can't spend survival. We had 1. Can't use fighting arts, not applicable. Weapon specialization, not applicable. It's all good. It's not really a downside this time around other than the fact that he's knocked down. And now we've got Mobile Jamfran. Mobile Jamfran's going to get on in behind. Attack. Speed of 2. Hits on a 6. 1 hit. The main. Wounds on a 7, crits on a 10. Don't even wound it. That's our turn. That's our turn. White Lion. We have 1 wound? We have 1 wound. Grasp, closest knocked down survivor in range. Guess who that is? Speed of 1, accuracy of 2. Yep, just 2. Hits, dealing a damage to the body. And then grabbing. Full move away from all survivors. At least it doesn't knock anybody over. But he does go... I've always hated this, because technically he should go like ever so slightly diagonal, right? So he should end up like here or here. Here kind of puts him 5 spaces away from everybody, so I'd say there-ish. And Jonathan comes along for the ride and takes a damage to the body. Oh no, Jonathan gets knocked down again. But Jonathan was knocked down on his turn, right? Yeah, from the triumphant roar, so he stands up. Dick White Lion in the tall grass here. Not a fan of that. Not a fan. Not a fan. All right, Jonathan, get on in behind. Frenzy it up. Speed of 3. Hits on a 6. 1 hit. 1 hit. Yeah, if it got the evasion bonus. Beast's knee. Wounds on a 6, crits on a 10. Hey, we wound the knee. Cassandra, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's 6, right? Yeah. Throw your bone dart. We hit on a 7. We miss. Randall. Do you still have a survival? You do still have a survival. Get in there. Bite that lion. Speed of 2, accuracy of 8. 1 hit. Beast's tricep. Wounds on a 7, crits on a 9. Ugh. Basic action targeting the attacker. Speed of 2, accuracy of 4. 2 hits, dealing a damage each. 2 arms and legs. Mobile Jamfran, head on in. Stab this lion, speed of 2, accuracy of 7. 2 hits. All 2-hit Mobile Jamfran. Let's go for the ribs. Randall's going to get run over. So is Cassandra, actually. Is she? Yeah, they're both going to get run over. Unless we crit. Let's go for the ribs. Wound on a 7, crit on a 10. Nope. This is why I think it's so extraordinarily vital to get survival of the fittest. Like if we had +1 strength and +1 evasion. So Beast's tail, wound on a 7, crit on a 10. 2. Full move forward. Cassandra ends up here. Randall ends up here. I like that he's like breakdancing. Each of them take a damage. So Cassandra's left, Randall's right. Cassandra body, Randall head. And that's it for that turn. Are we still on 1 wound? We're on 2 wounds now. Look at us go. Look at us go. All right. Lion, what do you got for us? Chomp. Closest threat facing in range. Nope. Closest threat in field of view. They are equidistant. Speed of 1, accuracy of 2. Headhunter. I guess we'll have it go after Mobile Jamfran. He's got +1 evasion. Speed of 1, accuracy of 3. 5. Does he have survival left? Oh, he does have survival left. We'll dodge. We'll dodge. We'll dodge. All right, stand up, stand up. Green, go into the side, into the grass, and stab. Accuracy of 7. No hits. Good job, good job, good job, good job. Jonathan, from behind, speed of 3, accuracy of 7, getting close to that trap card. 2 hits. Brow and scapular deltoid. Let's go with the deltoid first, because honestly, I wouldn't hate if we canceled this brow hit. Deltoid, we wound on a 6, crit on a 10. Please, no. We fail. So the beast runs away. Whoop. Randall goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cassandra goes here. Oh, and Randall, Jonathan at the end of his turn goes here. One of these days we'll have a good first-year White Lion fight. One of these years. One of these years. All right. Next turn. Terrifying roar. 1d10 per target. Red, green, blue, white. Ooh, ooh. Okay. It's 4+. Oh, no, it's 2+. It's 2+. Everybody gets knocked back 6 and suffers a brain damage. Blamp. Whoa, no, stay on the board. Blamp. 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 So that's a trauma roll for Randall. He gets knocked down. Let's throw this on. Let's throw this on the brain damage thing, so I remember that we've done absent seizures. Or wait, no, he hasn't had this hit. Never mind. He's not knocked down. And boop. So we need a trauma for Randall. Trauma for Randall. 5. Danger seizure. You thrash about wildly, dealing 1 damage to yourself and every adjacent survivor. Get a random disorder and 1d5 insanity. 2 insanity. 1 damage to yourself and adjacent. Yeah, so 1 to him and 1 to Cassandra. So he takes legs, Cassandra takes body. Cassandra gets knocked down. Thought he only got knocked down. Yeah, I was mistaken that he did not suffer a brain trauma here. I thought this was already filled in for a second. And then attack the furthest survivor in range, which is nobody. So perform basic action. Nobody's in range, so sniff, which is the white lion sniffs the air. All survivors are now threats despite any effects that say otherwise. And that's it. So the white lion just goes, and that's it. Our turn. Okay. Cassandra was just knocked down. So surprise, we're going to go back to where we were. That's it. That's the turn. White Lion's turn. Size up. Random threat in field of view. Well, that would be everybody. So let's go left to right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Roll on a 9 or a 10. 8 would be Randall. So Randall gets sized up. Turns to face Randall. On a result of 4+, takes a brain damage and is knocked down. Hey, he doesn't get knocked down. And we don't have the white lion anywhere near us. So that's fun. Cassandra stands up. On our turn, I'm actually going to move backwards because I realized we probably don't want to... Well, no, I guess we're in the long grass. This gives us like one space of retreating. I was about to say Cassandra wasn't a threat, but yeah, sniff happened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think that's our turn. Might want to have someone go for the resource. I mean, I guess Cassandra could. Yeah, let's have Cassandra go for the resource. 2. We get an insanity. And then archive. And then archive. Cassandra gets an insanity. That's our turn. Next turn. 2 wounds. We've almost gone through the entire deck. Power SWAT. Closest threat facing in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's going to be red. Speed of 1. Accuracy of 2, 4, 4. Hits, dealing 2 damage to the waist. That's actually not too bad. The knockback 6, though, is kind of a pain. Oh, this is so hard, and I don't feel like it should be. Okay, Cassandra. Oh, you can't get up to the grass because you went to the stupid corpse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're in range. Cassandra. Throw the friggin' dart and hit it. Hits on a 7. We miss. Mobile Jamfran. Stab it. Stab it from behind. Get greedy. Speed of 2, accuracy of 6. 1 hit. 1 hit. They are awful, but like you need them for ground fighting. That's why we need the bow pretty badly. Beast's Ear. Wounds on a 7, crits on a 9. Nope. We fail. The white lion jumps back. So he gets knocked down and knocked back 5. Jonathan, go on up here. Randall, frankly, stay where you are. Anyone dead yet? Not yet. Not yet. All right. Next turn, let's do that battle. This is brutal. Brutal, 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 brutal. Oh, I can't move it once I placed it. Interesting. On your first settlement, you already wiped, so you're doing better than Kaldheim. No, I didn't. First settlement, we wiped in this fight that we're on right now. Oh, right. The lion jumps away from the attacker. I always forget that. Because it always makes no sense. I guess it kind of makes sense. Yeah, we can redo that. Aburica EU with the most kills. Rolling Rock Dave with the most assists. 7 gold to everybody. 2 monks to Orcish. 2 healers to Spike. Let's go do a boss battle. Probably the last battle of the day. Pop your units in, and we'll get back to this boss battle in a bit. Okay, so that didn't happen. The lion was here. Mobile Jamfran was here. Jonathan was here. Who did the wound? Or who did the thingy? Heads up. If y'all are going to do rules fixes, which are very important and very appreciated, I do need y'all to give me a lot of information on what happened here. So Mobile Jamfran did the hit. Okay. So it jumps forward. And we had missed on Cassandra. And then we hadn't done anybody else's stuff, I believe. I think. So let's have Jonathan go into the grass and fight. Speed of 2, accuracy, speed of 3, accuracy of 7. No hits. Randall, just get in behind. Do something for the love of God. Hits on a 7. 2 hits. Oh, 2 hit Randall. Heal and paw. Let's go for the heal. Speed of 7, crit on a 9, or wound on a 7, crit on a 9. Nope. Paw, wound on a 7, crit on a 9. Nope. Failure, basic action, plus 2 damage, speed of 2, accuracy of 4. Miss and 1 hit, dealing 3 damage to the arms, which... Why couldn't have been to the body or the waist? He'll dodge. Let's see if we keep it. Hey, we keep the survival. All right, so that's everybody's turn. We are somehow still on 2 wounds only. But we have not gone through the deck. We have one last card. Don't be enraged. Ground fighting. Ground fighting, we can breathe. We can breathe a little bit. We essentially, given infinite time, have a guaranteed wound right now. Ground fighting, saving us. Saving us. Randall, head down here. Jonathan, stay there. Jamfran, head down here. Yeah, that takes a couple of turns. That's fine. Have Mobile Jamfran grab the bug. I don't want anybody to take 3 brain damage. It's a 10% chance, but the bugs aren't worth that much. Not until we have cooking. Okay, so Cassandra will not throw the dart this turn. We'll pass the turn. White Lion does nothing. And now, start of the new turn, Cassandra will bone dart. Speed of 1, accuracy of 7. She hits. The Strange Hand. Wounds on a 5, crits on a 10. Nope. Oh, God, I guess the failures still happen, don't they? Instinctively striking back, the White Lion's oddly human hand starts forward. Yeah, I guess all the reactions still happen. That sucks. All right, basic action, targeting the attacker. Whoop. Speed of 2, accuracy of 4. 4. Miss and a hit. 1 damage to the body. She will have to dodge that. I guess we'll go move. 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 End our turn. Next turn. Have her pop out. And throw a dart at the lion. Speed of 1, accuracy of 7. She misses. Everybody else passes their turn. Next turn, she attacks. Speed of 1, accuracy of 7. She hits. She hits the temple. She wounds on a 5, crits on a 10. She wounds. She wounds. We get rid of ground fighting. Interesting. When it's wounded, I would assume we go shuffle, wound, discard. Okay, so that's her turn. White Lion's back in play. We finally got our 3rd wound, but hey, are we ever set up for some attacks here? Randall, bite that lion from behind. Hits on a 7. 1 hit. Beast's elbow. Wounds on an 8, crits on a 9. Failure. Meow. Randall will then move into the grass. Mobile Jamfran will then move into the grass. Jonathan will hang out up here. This fight is brutal. Okay, next turn. Next turn. Next turn. Terrifying Roar. 1d10 per every target. 2 or higher. 2 or higher. Everybody gets a brain damage and knocked back. Brain damage, brain damage. Mobile Jamfran gets knocked down. Let's mark that that has occurred. And brain damage. And knockback 6. Knockback 6. Not knockdown, though. Knockback 6. Knockback 6. Yeah, I really should just wound the lion. I don't know why I haven't tried that yet. Furthest survivor in range. There are none. So sniff, everybody is now a threat. Our turn. Randall, get in the grass. Cassandra. Get it. Whoa. Cassandra, get in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get in here and throw your bone dart. Speed of 1 hits on a 7. Nope. And then Jonathan can head down here. That's it for that turn. Next turn, move this over to green. Next attack is Chomp. Closest threat facing in range. Nope. Closest threat in field of view would be Cassandra. Speed of 1, accuracy of 4. It hits. She does not have any survival. It deals 1 damage to the head. So she's knocked down. Oh yeah, locking it to the board is smart. Do you know if it cleans up still? Or do I have to unlock to clean up? So that was that. Mobile Jamfran stands up. Let's have Randall just storm in and bite it in the face. Speed of 2, accuracy of 8. Old 2-hit Randall. Trap card. Fleshy gut. Speed of 2, accuracy of 2, 4, 6. 2 misses. 2 misses. That's Randall's turn. Jonathan, move on up here. Mobile Jamfran, get up here. Next turn. And people think that my luck is unnatural in Magic. No, we're at 3 wounds now. We're at 3 wounds. Lion's card. Power SWAT. Closest threat facing in range is Randall. Speed of 1, accuracy of 6. Hits. Dealing 2 damage to the arms. He will dodge. Let's see if we keep that survival. We don't. Okay. That's the end of Randall's dodging career. Cassandra gets to stand up. Let's have her get out of here. We'll have her get out of here after. This is a tough setup that we're in right now, actually. We have a fresh deck, though. Let's have Cassandra do that. Let's have her back away and do bone darts. Speed of 1, hit on 7. We get a hit, and we hit the beast's maw. Wound on a 5, crit on a 10. We don't wound, we fail. The monster roars, 1d10 on a 4. She is knocked down and takes a brain damage. Let's have Randall, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can't quite get behind. So let's have him go up to the side. It's much better if he's just in the grass, though. Let's have him be risky and stay in front. Speed of 2, hit on an 8. No hits. Oh, this fight's never going to end. Jonathan in behind with his speed of 3. Hits on a 6. 1 singular hit. The beast's temple. Wounds on a 6, crits on a 10. We fail. Basic action targeting the attacker. Speed of 2. Accuracy of 2. 1 miss, 1 hit, dealing 1 damage to the arms. Oh. And then we have Mobile Jamfran, who's going to come on in behind. Speed of 2, accuracy of 6. 2 hits. 2 hits. Strange Hand and the Beast's Flank. Let's go for the Beast's Flank. We wound on a 7. We crit on a 10. We wound the Beast's Flank. Mobile Jamfran becomes the priority target. At what point do we say the party dies? I mean, we don't. That would be incredibly bad content. And then we go for the Strange Hand. Wound on a 7, crit on a 10. We fail. Basic action. Speed of 2. Accuracy of 4? 5. 2 hits, 1 damage each to the body and the legs. Body, legs. And that's our turn. Next turn. The lion grasps Mobile Jamfran. Speed of 1, accuracy of 5. Please tell me it's a 2. It's an 8. 1 damage to the arms. And then full move away from all threats. So that's like, whoop. Maybe like there-ish. With Mobile Jamfran in front. Knocked down, taking a damage. The damage has been kind of spread out. To the body. Hey, look, he's knocked down again. Cassandra stands up. Oh my god, how many wounds do we have left? We have 6 wounds left. Jonathan, stab it. Stab it. Speed of 3. Hit on 7s? 7s. They all miss. Randall, stab it. Hits on an 8. 1 hit. The ear. Wounds on a 6, crits on a 9. We wound the ear. Cassandra, throw your bone dart. Speed of 1. Accuracy of 7. Nope. Next turn. The White Lion. Power swats. Closest threat facing in range is Cassandra. So move and attack. Hey, look, Mobile Jamfran gets knocked down again. Speed of 2, accuracy of 2. No, speed of 1. Speed of 1, accuracy of 2. Hits, dealing 2 damage to the head. That is a head roll for her. And then she gets knocked back 6. Deaf. Suffer -1 permanent evasion and get a bleeding token. And knock back 6. Mobile Jamfran stands up. Mobile Jamfran, get on in behind. Stab the lion. Speed of 2. Accuracy of 6. Ooh, 2 hits. 2 hits. Scapular deltoid and Beast's back. Both of them are full moves away. Let's go for the deltoid first. Wound on a 7, crit on a 10. It's going to tell me that's a 6. It's a 6. Failure. Full move forward. So she gets knocked down and knocked back. Randall, can you get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You cannot. You cannot, but you can go into the grass, I suppose. Jonathan, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can't even get into the grass. So let's have Randall finish up there. Next turn. I'm so hungry. I want this stream to be over by now. Next turn. Grasp closest knockdown survivor in range. Hey, look, it's Cassandra. Speed of 1. Accuracy of 1 because she has -1 evasion. So we need the line to roll a 1. No, it still fails on a 1. 1 is always, always, always a fail. 1 damage to the head, and then he's going to pull her away if she's even still alive. Concussion. Your brain is scrambled like an egg. Bleeding disorder, or bleeding token random disorder. Vestophobia. You cannot wear armor at the body location. If you are wearing armor at the body location, when you gain this disorder, archive it as you tear it off your person. And then the white line is going to grab and full move away from all threats is over here. So she ends up in front, taking a damage to the arms. Okay, she stands up. She gets her ass into the grass. Throws the bone darts, hits on a 7. Nope. Randall, get in the grass. Jonathan, run up here, I guess. No, not there. Run up here. Jamfran, stand on the bug. Next turn. Chomp. Closest threat facing in range, nobody. Closest threat in field of view. Hey, look, it's Cassandra. Speed of 1, accuracy of 4, 3. Leg damage. No, always hits the head. Head damage. Eat the bug? No, I'm not risking more traumas. So that's more head damage for her. 2, head explosion. Her head explodes. She dies. Yay. 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 Everybody loses survival because it's so horrible. Randall, stab this thing. Yeah, we do get graves. That's true. If we wipe here, we're redoing the settlement, by the way. I'm appalled at the way that our first lion fights go. Randall, hit on an 8. Miss and a miss. Jonathan, stab this thing in the face. Just redo the fight. Yeah, maybe. That's what you would do? Well, maybe that's why you're always so lucky. Jonathan, stab in the face. Actually, a speed of 3 here. Hits on a 7. 6, 6, and an 8. 1 hit. Beast's Paw. Wounds on a 6, crits on a 10. We wound the beast's paw. Jamfran, come on down into the grass. All right. Next turn. Next turn. Terrifying roar. Time for everybody to get knocked back again. Left to right. 1, 2, 3. Everybody gets knocked back and suffers brain damage. Boop. 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 So Mobile Jamfran is going to have trauma. Trauma. Get rid of that. So Red. What is Red's name? Jonathan. Jonathan suffers memory loss, lose 2 levels of weapon proficiency. That's fine. And Mobile Jamfran. Frenzy, gain 2 insanity. Get a speed token and a strength token. And then yada, 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 yada. And then basic attack, the survivor farthest in range. So that would be white or red. I mean, if we send him up to white, there's at least 2 people up there. If we send him to red, it's going to take too long to get back into the game. So let's send him at white. Speed of 2, accuracy of 4. Hit and a hit. 1 damage each to head and body. Nope, not knockdown, not knockdown. Head and body. All right. We've got Frenzy Man at the ready, although Jamfran is in the way. Let's have Jamfran come behind. Speed of 2, accuracy of 6. 2 hits. Let's go with Beast's ribs. Wounds on a 6, crits on a 10. We fail to wound the ribs. Speed 3. Right. Let's see if we get that extra hit or not. Forgot about the frenzy. We do have an extra hit. All right, so what was that extra hit? Soft belly. Let's go for soft belly. Wounds on a 6, crits on a 10. Nope. And the other one, wounds on a 6, crits on a 10. Hey, we wound the beast's brow. It gets angry at that fact. Brain damage, basic action targeting the attacker. Speed of 2, accuracy of 3. Hit and a hit. Body. That is 2 rolls on the body table. 2 bleeding tokens. 4 bleeding tokens. Randall, bite it from behind. Speed of 2, hits on a 7. 1 hit. Straining neck. Bite that neck. We wound the neck. There's 2 wounds left. Randall will stay where he is. Jonathan goes into the grass. Next turn. Power SWAT. Closest threat facing in range. Mobile Jamfran. Speed of 1. Accuracy of 3. Miss. Jamfran, get behind. Speed of 3. Hits on a 6. 1 wound. Beast's tail with a runaway reflex. Wounds on a 6. Crits on a 10. We fail. Beast runs away. Randall follows. Jonathan gets into the grass. I guess Mobile Jamfran hadn't moved. Had moved. He got in behind. And that is the turn. Could Jonathan... Where was he? He full moved. He was here. No, he could not have gotten in to hit the lion. Next turn. This fight won't end. Chomp, closest threat facing in range. No, closest threat in field of view. Jonathan. Speed of 1. Accuracy of 4. It hits. 1 damage, all the ways to the head. He gets knocked down. Randall. Bite it from behind. Speed of 2, hits on a 7. How is this fight not over? 1 hit. Femur. Bite that femur. Wound on a 7, crit on a 9. We fail. We fail. We always fail. Nothing but failure here. Jamfran, hit from the side. Speed of 3, hits on a 7. 2 hits. Let's go for the groin. Wound on a 6, crit on a 10. We wound the groin. Chest. Wound on a 6, crit on a 10. We don't wound. We fail. With Jonathan ending up in front, suffering a damage to the body. It's time for a body roll. 7, ruptured spleen, a vicious body blow. Skip the next hunt, gain 2 bleeding tokens. We might do it this turn. Next turn. Would be neat if you had a camera pointing to real dice instead of the virtual ones. I don't have the Kingdom Death Monster dice yet, but I will have them this summer. I might look into that when we do that. It would be a lot of dice rolling. It's really easy because when I hit this, all I have to do is push R. I push R a whole bunch. Although I could have like a dice tower and just be like, boop. Okay, so Lion's turn. Our final card is Chomp. Closest threat facing in range. Closest threat in field of view is either of them. And it's what? It's always head damage. So I guess they're both pretty equal, but he has 1 more evasion, so we'll go for Randall here. Yeah, we have basically no permanent injuries, which is nice. So Randall, speed of 1, accuracy of 4? 4. He misses. He misses. He misses. Jamfran is always in the way of Randall to get in behind. Always in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Always in the way. Randall, get into the grass. It's a little bit safer. Hits on an 8. 1 hit. Oh, 1 hit, Randall. Beast's Elbow, wounds on a 7, crits on a 9. We fail. Jamfran, follow it. Get in behind. Speed of 3, hits on a 6. 2 hits. Trap card. Basic action, speed of 2, accuracy of 3. 2 hits, 1 damage each. To the body. That's 2 body rolls. I think Jamfran's dead. Destroyed back. Gain a bleeding token. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. Goodbye, Jamfran. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. Randall can't even get in there. Jonathan, stand up. Get towards the grass. Next turn. Chomp. Closest threat facing in range would be Randall. Speed of 1, accuracy. Oops, nope. I don't want 2. I want this one. Speed of 1, accuracy of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Misses. Randall, get in behind and bite this thing. Hits on a 7. 1 hit. The fuzzy groin. Bite that groin. Wound on a 7, crit on a 9. We crit the groin. Y'all know what that means. Y'all know what that means. Randall is now the priority target forever. Also +1 damage. Forgot about that part. That's a bad part. So we could throw a founding stone and end the game. He does also have a speed of 3. Like, it's very likely that we are going to wound here. And my third thought in my head right now is, am I going to finish this stream and video with, "It was all a dream"? Jonathan, get in there. Speed of 3. Hits on a 7. 2 hits. The ribs and the paw. Let's go for the ribs. Wounds on a 6, crits on a 10. Critical wound. We're free. We're finally free. Finally free. And honestly, 2 deaths isn't the worst thing in the world, because we get resources. We're finally free. We're finally free. Okay. Let's get the Caterium. And we get a bow. Let's give everybody their hunt XP. So who survived? Who are our survivors? Jonathan and Randall. Jonathan and Randall, you guys get to age. Jonathan gets a permanent accuracy boost. Randall gets a random fighting art. Accuracy boost. Random fighting art for Randall is Berserker. I hear my love for you is like a truck. Weapon proficiency. Nobody has weapon proficiency yet. They can now choose weapon proficiency, which is good. And now we get the rewards. They had better be good. They had better be good. Bones. Tail. Claw. Mane. That's decent. That's pretty decent. Basic resources. Have we pulled from this? There should be more than 16. Broken Lantern. Love Juice. Monster Hide. Monster Hide. Okay. The settlement's actually got a good start. It actually has a good start. Survivors return. Heal them up. Gain endeavors. Update the timeline. And that's where we'll save it for now. See you next time, YouTube. I hope the battles won't be that long.